That spire across the battlefield, I couldn't ignore it. Not after everything it had taken to get here. I thought reaching it would be the hard part. I was wrong, because what looked like a simple climb turned into something I wasn't ready for. A tower that fought me every step of the way, a path that shouldn't have existed, and something waiting for me at the bottom. This is what it took to reach it. So I set out across the battlefield, and crossing it now, it felt completely different. Quiet, empty, like everything that happened here had just vanished. But that spire was still there, waiting. So I kept moving. I crossed the ruins through what was left behind, until I finally reached the base of the mountain. And looking up at it from there, that's when I realised this wasn't going to be simple. Getting up the mountain was the easy part. It didn't take long to get up there, but the higher I went, the quieter everything felt. Like the battlefield below was already behind me, and for a moment, it almost felt like I'd made it. I was standing there, at the top, looking up at the spire properly for the first time. I could tell this wasn't the journey finishing. This is where it really started. Stepping inside the spire, it didn't take long to realise this wasn't going to be straightforward. Reach the basement, that was the objective. But looking around, there was only one way to go, up, and it just kept going. Ladders, planks, broken scaffolding stretching all the way to the top. One wrong step, and it was a long way down. So I started climbing, carefully. Every movement had to count, but the higher I went, the less secure it felt. Some sections just stopped. No clear path forward, no obvious way up, until I started noticing them. Wooden ledges barely held in place, chains keeping them suspended against the wall. One shot and they'd drop, just enough to give me a way forward. But even then, nothing about it felt safe. Thin beams, narrow footing, and the constant feeling that if I slipped, it was a long way down. But about halfway up, I found a way out, a small opening in the wood. And for a moment, I just stood there looking out across the horizon, the battlefield, the mountain, everything I'd already crossed to get here. And somehow, I was only halfway, so I went back in and kept climbing, higher, slower, more careful with every step, because by that point, there was no turning back, and eventually, I reached the top. That's when I saw it, a bell hanging above everything, and something about it felt like the answer. So I took the shot, and everything changed. The moment the arrow hit, the bell gave way, and it dropped all the way from the top, crashing past everything I'd just climbed, through beams, through ladders, through the entire tower, until it smashed straight through the floor below. And from where I stood, I could see it, a way down finally, but it wasn't a path, it was a fall. It was just one jump. So I took it all the way down through the tower, faster and faster, until right before the impact, pulled the glide and dropped through the opening, landing at the bottom, and everything changed. The tower above, gone, replaced by something else entirely, ancient, like this place was hidden here before the spire was even built. And the more I moved in, the more it felt like I wasn't alone. That's when it showed itself, and I knew this was what it had all been leading to. From the moment it started, I knew this wasn't like the others. It didn't rush me, it didn't stay grounded, it hovered, watching, waiting, and then it attacked. Golden projectiles faster than anything I'd seen before. At first I tried to fight it the same way I always had. Push forward, stay aggressive, but it didn't work. Not here. Every move it made forced me back, every mistake it cost me, and that's when it clicked. This wasn't a fight I could overpower. I had to adapt, so I changed approach. Nature's retribution. Instead of dodging, I absorbed the hits, let the projectiles come to me, and sent them straight back. It didn't do much damage. Not at first, but it built something. And when it finally broke, that was my moment. Everything I had, clean hits, heavy swings, real damage, and for a second, it felt like I had control. But that would quickly change. It would recover, lift back into the air, and the fight would start all over again, but harder, faster, more unpredictable. vortex is pulling me in, forcing me to move or get caught, and the hardest part, it vanishes, and I knew what was coming. One hit and it would be over, so I ran, dodging everything I could, looking for any opening, any chance to fight back, and when I got it, I took it. But it was never enough on its own. This fight wasn't about one moment, it was about all of them. Learning every move, adapting every time. Building pressure, breaking it down piece by piece, until finally it happened again. One last opening, and this time I didn't waste it, and just like that, it was over. But it didn't feel easy, it felt earned. Like everything it took to get here had led to that moment, standing up there, looking out across everything. It was hard to believe how far I'd come, from the battlefield to the climb to everything waiting at the bottom of that tower. None of it was easy, and that fight, it proved that. But looking out across the world, I knew this wasn't the end of it. If anything, it felt like I was only just getting started. Because out there were more places to reach, more fights to face, and more moments like this, just waiting to be earned.